I'm Jason, this is Freebird Garage, and today we are doing part 2 of the S&S Super E Carb. First part was getting it all disassembled off the bike, all torn apart, and then baked inside of this carb basket to make sure it's good to go. It's been sitting for over 1 week, more than what it really needs, usually 24 hours to 48 hours. As long as you want to put on there for the most part, then you do some cleaning afterwards. But that's what we've done today, so we're gonna crack this open, see what we got. This carb has been flipped upside down halfway through the week to make sure I got both sides covered with all the small parts down at the bottom of the basket. So we're gonna pull this out, see what we got. Oh yeah, got all that residue carb basket clean out of there. Whoop, slippery. Big carb there. Bottom of the bowl. Bottom of the diaphragm there. All of our little jets, big jets, small jets there, coming out. Put that back on for safekeeping. Let's get all these parts hosed down. Brake clean bath real quick on this. I got the jets all cleaned up, wiped down, use the brake clean to get the last bit of dirt and gunk out of there. And then what I like to do is to get the jets fully cleared out to make sure there's no debris inside those holes. So use this wire right here, and that allows me to give my thickness right how I want to break through the holes, because I don't want to use a steel wool in there because you can gouge out the holes inside of those jets. So this allows you to use like a soft metal, and then you can kind of make your gauge as need be on here. So you kind of just pull apart or undo your wires as need right into the hole like that. So it makes it real nice, and then put it up to the light like I showed in the last video to make sure it's clear, and all these look brand new, good to go, and we're good to assemble. Starting off with our emulsifier tube there in the middle. Drop that in, snug it down, 1/2 inch. Other emulsifier tube there. All right, then we're gonna throw on our 2 jets. These are the exact same size, so you'll wanna know which one you went to when you take it apart. Put this one on top, and then this one will go down here. Snug it down, and do the top as well. We're good there. Putting the gasket on. Gonna reuse the old one that we got here. Nothing wrong with it. Everything still looks really nice on it. No snags, no tears, no nothing on there, so just slide it back on. All right, we're good for the bottom of the carb here. Now let's get to the bowl. Is the old float still good? Plunger and pin. We're gonna throw that plunger over there. Just like that. Slide the pin in. And place it into the carb. Make sure it all holds together there. There we go. Don't want that plunger to fall off the lever of the float. And then we're gonna pin it down now with this set screw. Looks good. Almost forgot, I gotta put on this O-ring right here, right on top, and we're gonna get the rest of it flipped over. Before we put the bottom of the bowl on to here to get the rest of the diaphragm together on the bottom of the bowl, I'm going to assemble this with some white lithium grease down in here, which controls the plunger to the diaphragm, and just make sure everything is nice and lubed up there. All right, we're gonna throw the bowl on the bottom of the carburetor. That way we can get the diaphragm all put together and lock it up. Assembling the diaphragm now. We're gonna throw the plunger in. Seats well there. Then the 2 check valves here need O-rings. The old ones are still good, so we'll slide those on. And put on this very small spring, easy to lose. Drop that in there. Check valve bearings, one right there, right there. The diaphragm backwards like this so that we can just put it right on top. So we got the spring in there like that. Diaphragm cover itself, 2 bolts, or 3 to be exact. Just need to get the bottom of the float plug there. O-ring is still good. 5/8 wrench, give it a good snug. Vacuum hose here, slide that back on. Good to put on the bike now. So first, gonna throw this mounting gasket that S&S is specific for against its manifold. Then throw the carb on, we'll be good to go. Start plugging everything back together. We have a vacuum line. It's gotta go in, easy enough. Then the plug up here snaps in. Throttle cable's all set. We'll adjust those here shortly. Gas line goes on. All right, we're throwing the cover on. 2 washers. Sure to put those on there. And then you gotta fit this choke onto the needle here, work it on, and should be good to go. There we are. Mounting bolts, 3 of them. Filter back on, cover. All right, adjusting the throttle cables here. This is just how I do it. I'll throw a piece of tape up here. You do it by feel for the most part, but if you want to get more exact, this is a way to do it, to track it. I'm going to take and draw a line right across that, just to give us a rough point. We'll throw another one up here so you guys can see it up there. Slice it down the middle. Try to get a nice straight line to keep it even. Get us close enough right there. We are looking for 1/8 of an inch for your return, your pullback. So you should have a lot right now, which we do. Not too far off, but I'm going off of this line. I do 2 just so you have extra to go off of, but going off of this line right here, going up, going down. Just need to tighten up just a little bit. Like right there. Looks good. Bam, there it is. Part 2 done on the S&S Carb Rebuild, all finished and completed. That about right for me in this one, guys. I would greatly appreciate it if you could hit the subscribe button, tap that like, press the notification, leave a comment below, tell me what you think. For those who have already subscribed, thank you, and as always, stay free. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.